Hey Ebro fans, this is Todd. So today I'm going to review this cool R2D2 figure. Now, Hunter Knight Customs posted a link online showing this cool figure, and what he was concerned about was that this figure, C-3PO, has um, um, oh, I forgot his name. What is the name of the Wookiee in Star Wars, Lee? Do you remember? How could I forget his name? Chewbacca. Chewbacca's gear on him. So he was wondering, how does that happen? How do you get them? Of course, the movie's not out yet, so nobody knows yet. And it's got some cool little, interesting little character that looks like it's new in there. So we'll see what that is as well. So let's go ahead and open this up. Before I do, let's look at the back. And here is the back, and it tells some information. I'll hold this here so you guys can pause it. And here's this guy's information as well. So again, if you want to pause it. All right. And it's got typical warnings and lots of other stuff too. I cannot believe how much information they stick on the back of one little box. So let's get this open. So Target is the Target exclusive, I believe. I'm not sure. Maybe it's not. But Target has a new section inside their store, and it is the Disney section. And it has Frozen stuff in it, Star Wars stuff in it, Avengers stuff in it. And that's where this figure came from. I was there to buy a present for my granddaughter for her birthday. And I saw the figure that Hunter Knight was talking about, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get this because I do not have a C-3PO yet, and this would be a nice fit for my collection. So here's C-3PO, and you can see here he has the weapon for Chewbacca. It's been a long day. And let's go ahead and pull out the other piece to this and assemble it. There we go. I guess it only goes on one way. I was wondering if the triangle went up or down, but I guess the triangle goes up. So that's kind of a fun weapon. Let's take a look at the little itty bitty guy. Wow, I'm surprised this guy is actually articulated. You can see his arms actually do move. His visor goes up and down. For such a small figure, I'm surprised he has so much movement. His upper torso moves. His legs don't move though, but he still has a lot of articulation for how small this figure is. That's pretty crazy. Nope, his legs don't move. I don't want to force them. They are a solid piece. But that's kind of fun. I guess we'll see in the new movie what this guy's all about. So now, let's go ahead and open up our C-3PO. All right. Now I remember as a kid, you'd open up C-3PO and he was very chrome looking. He had a lot of vac metal, whatever they used back in the day, and you had to almost crack the joints before you could use them. And then pretty soon, after a couple weeks, his joints just be flopsy and loose and flop all over the place. So I kind of miss that kind of chrome thing, but I'm kind of glad they decided to go with something that's not going to end up that same way. Let's take a look at the articulation here. Something interesting is the elbow moves, that little piece slides up and down. That's pretty cool. And then his wrist looks like it just rotates, and it also bends. And the shoulder joint has some movement as well. I could see an articulation point there. And his shoulder moves up here as well. So you got two articulation points there. It might be the same point, it just might be a little piece over the top of it. And then his waist pivots up at his ab crunch section. And then his hips don't have a lot of movement because his piece is kind of blocking it on the side. His knees bend. And his feet move. And it's got the rotation just like we've seen in lots of other figures in the past. So his head does rotate. And I think the back of this comes off too, if I'm not mistaken. I can saw, oh, there it is. So you can pretend to work on the back of his head. I guess something must happen in the new movie or something, otherwise they wouldn't have that removable. But that's kind of a fun little feature. And then we got the Chewbacca giant strap on him because Chewbacca's so huge next to this little robot. So there we go. His elbow's a little frozen. See if I can unfreeze it a little bit. Yep, some of these joints are rather tight. I may have to heat them up to move them. I don't want to break them. This is my only C-3PO. I almost got the one that had the silver leg that was an exclusive. But I decided I needed a C-3PO, so I grabbed this one because it has the cool accessory that goes to Chewbacca. It's kind of really fun. And it kind of intrigued me as well to find out what's going to happen and how is he going to get this. So it should fit in his hand. Now, I can't imagine C-3PO actually using this and actually shooting at either other droids or people, because I think that is beyond his supposed to be programming, but I guess we'll see. Maybe he gets reprogrammed, maybe he has enlightenment. Who knows? There we go. So let's compare him to some other figures in the line. So here is the R2-D2 black, and he does fit right next to him very well the way he's supposed to. Of course, they're from the same line. Now, as many of you know, I like to mix lines. So let's take a look at this figure compared to other action figures from other lines. So here's the 80s He-Man, and he does fit nicely with the 80s He-Man, a little taller, but that's pretty cool. I usually use R2-D2 for him, so that's kind of fun. Here is the new He-Man line. Let's take a look. And again, he's a pretty small droid next to the new He-Man, but we can pretend like the people of Eternia are just huge, monstrous people, and that's the Star Wars people are not from Eternia, so they're not quite as big. So that's usually how I reconcile the differences in the figure's heights. And then let's see how he looks next to Micronauts. So here is Force Commander, and next to Force Commander he's pretty small, but next to the other Micronauts he is actually pretty monstrous. So you can kind of see the difference in the different heights, the different figures. And other figures in the line like Yoda, you can see how he kind of fits in there. And of course, Yoda's made to fit in with him, so that's why he fits in so well. And of course, then we got Boba. And of course, Darth Vader. Now, I've made my own custom Darth Vader, because you know I like to mix things, as I mentioned. So here is my Darth Vader that I have made. And again, next to my custom Darth Vader to fit into the He-Man world, he's relatively small. I was tempted to get a different R2-D2 I saw someone do online, which was a much bigger one. I'm not sure if it was by NECA or who it was by, but if you want to post in the comments what that R2-D2 figure was, I think it was like a 7.5, 8-inch figure. But it was much larger in size and would fit better with the He-Man figures. I would appreciate somebody listing that in the comments. And then, of course, this little small itty-bitty figure, which I'm afraid is going to get lost. All right. That's all I got. I just wanted to show you the new R2-D2 and how crazy that he has Chewbacca's gear on. Makes you wonder what happens to Chewbacca in the new movie. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you next video. And that's all I got. Bye now.